Hello, I'm Professor Marty Romero. Welcome to Math 180, Analytical Geometry and Calculus 1, whatever that means. I want to take a few minutes to welcome you to the class. My goal here is to kind of explain to you kind of some of the goals of the course, introduce you to myself, kind of outline the course syllabus and calendar, um, take a look at the course structure, how you're going to learn in this class, which will be a separate video. And then just kind of make sure we're up and running by the first day and that you know where to get started. So that's the goal of this short video. So let's go ahead and get started. We're here at the our Canvas course shell. I have the calendar posted on that first page, but everything's going to be within the modules. The syllabus will also can be found here, and I have already sent that out to you, to all of you, the calendar and the syllabus, the link, so you'll find it here also. And so on the syllabus page is the syllabus. I think I want to first just highlight kind of why I teach Math 180, and it really is about who I was in the past, my experiences. I'm a math major. I started off as an engineering major. I'm a failed engineering major. And so I wasn't sure what to pursue after I was a failed engineering major, and math was the only one that I could continue doing without losing any time in my degree. And so I became a math person. So as much as I'm a math professor now, I still hard for me to believe that I'm a math person. So it's a process. But I do believe, as it's stated here again, that doing mathematics does develop some important skills in you, not just calculus, any of the mathematics, and really connect it to forms of thinking that are going to really be beneficial for you in your life. So I really hope you take some time to read kind of my goals of the course here. And of course, helping you pass the class is important to me too. I think one thing I want you to think about is as you approach Math 180, I know that you are a diverse group of students, meaning many of you are already set. Some of you are math majors, some of you are engineering, some of you are going through other degrees. STEM related degrees, or still even figuring out where you are. Either way, calculus is a challenging class for all of us, regardless of what degree path we're pursuing, and know that you're going to struggle. It's going to be times where you're going to get stuck and you're going to need some help. But like I said, go through this, get through the syllabus. There's again important things to acknowledge here, which is the textbook is free. You have access to that now. Technology, we can, is a concern. I want you to use technology, graphing calculators or Desmos graphing calculator to help learn for the midterm and final. We have some limited access to that, and that'll be done on Proctorio, as it's stated here, but we'll talk more about that. But I do want you to be able to use technology to learn, and we'll talk more about that as we go. You want you to go through the online homework process. And so that you're aware of that, and I'll show you where this is as we go through the course structure. So you have online homework, you're going to have unit review, problems, discussion board. This is where you're going to show me written work, and those will be posted. I think those are already posted. The first two are posted already. And then I have 4 concept quizzes where I'll post that questions, and you guys can share and discuss on Pronto or any way you want. Before submitting your own answers. They're concept quizzes. There's not going to be work to be shown per se, but explaining, identifying things, sketching out things. So we'll see what that looks like when we get there. And then of course we have the midterm and final exam. And then there's the grading scale for our class, a midterm and final by the unit. So it's not cumulative, but you'll see the breakdown here. So that's the syllabus, and I'm going to trust you're going to go through that there. Let's get to the calendar. The calendar, which I've shared with you before also, I think it's important for us to take a look at as we get to the calendar. There it is. There's one link there, and plus I've given you the link before. I think following the calendar is probably going to be the best way. And of course, if you see anything issues, let me know, or anything you have questions on. But it's going to start with Sunday night, the 13th. Voluntary. All these are voluntary, but I hope you can make it. Really talking about some material that you want to be able to do quickly, or at least when we see it or you encounter it, you're like, oh yeah, I remember he mentioned that. And so that's Sunday night. And then official class orientation, just going over syllabus, question, Q&A, right? either the Monday morning of the 14th or Monday evening late. Again, really just solidifying how we're going to approach this class, what questions you have. I'd love to meet you guys. It helps with the process. It'll enable you to meet others, even maybe form groups, study groups, either face-to-face now or on Pronto, which you can run it like a Zoom. Pronto is going to be an online communication system, if you haven't used it, that I would use in the class. So take a look at the calendar. These are the online homework exercises due. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have Pronto AMAs, Ask Me Anything. So I try to answer questions there. I'll let you know I'm alive right there. But I still try to answer questions on Pronto. We post questions there too to support each other. But for sure on those times, I'll be available to answer some questions there. And so you can see how, and it's color-coded here by the written reviews. Those are those assignments, concept quizzes, and then homework, and then leading to the midterm. The midterm and final are going to be done on Proctorial, and you have a 30-hour time frame to do that, to cover that. And that says module. I'm going to fix that now because there's no such thing as modules. It's Unit 2 and 3. That's the old way. Yeah, Unit 2 and 3. So I'll fix that when we later. But yeah, take a look at the calendar and then additional some information here, including our online reviews for the midterm and final as we get there. So let's take a couple more minutes now and look at the course, the structure of the course and the modules. And so Unit 1 is where you're going to get started. I want to make sure you acknowledge that tutoring is available. You want to get that started as soon as possible. In addition to the Math Center and the Learning Center on campus, you have access to this. And I'm going to highly encourage you find time to do that, right? And how much time is it going to take to get it? It's up to you, but it's going to be time intensive. I've been doing all the homework problems, and so I know how time intensive it is. And then you guys are fresh, right, to the course. So will take a little bit longer. But your first assignments are the Introduction to My Open Math. It's the online system we're using. The Get to Know You post, so that we get to know each other. And then this preparation checklist are your first assignments. You can take care of them now. There's no calculus involved there. How to learn in the class is here. You want to go through that, and I'll send a separate email to remind you, or announcement to remind you. But I posted a video explaining kind of how's the best ways to learn in this class. How are you going to learn, right? And so you'll see Unit 1 is more of the information and get to know each other stuff. Unit 2 is where the material begins, and you can see the exercises are the work, but your content to learn from are all here. And again, that will be highlighted in our how to learn this course post here in video that I have. And then you'll just proceed through, and this is aligned with the calendar, and you keep going. I want to acknowledge down here some homework help related to the online homework. I put hints and suggestions, or actually solutions to similar problems here, in addition to what's already built into the course. You have that, but that's what the course will become. You just get through Unit 2, Unit 3, that will be your midterm, and then the final exam will be Unit 4 and Unit 5. As straightforward as possible, but it's going to be time intensive. I just want to make sure you're ready to go with that. And that's our course. Like I said, this is going to be a challenging course for us. I don't want you to be discouraged in any way. Like I said, I've been a struggling math student in my life. I spent a lot of time learning and doing math, and I know how hard it is. So we'll do our best to support you during this time. But again, a lot is going to be independent time. But again, I'm hoping that within the first week we can figure out ways for you guys to collaborate, work together, because it's needed. Doing this in isolation is not the most optimal way for success. So that's it for now. I'll be in touch again. I'll see you guys soon at the orientations. I'll be in touch with more information.